From New York and on the new Hot 97 app, Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Friend of the show, my friend, Baron Davis, on the program.
A legitimate friend of the show.
Legit. If I didn't have a job, he'd still be my friend.
See?
Listen, before this conversation started recording, I heard you saying you were going to do several things that I know you're not actually going to do.
What?
It's because you're a dad. See, dad life has made you start considering doing things.
Yes.
That
Differently.
You're not
way
gonna
differently.
Do. You're not going to do.
Way differently.
So in your mind, because this is me, right? In my mind, there's things that I think I could still do, like go out, go hang out at a club.
Wrong.
And by like 7 o'clock, I'm like, yo, I got energy. By the time she go to bed, you know what I'm saying? Maybe grandma could come through and I could dip.
Yep.
Wow.
By 9 o'clock, it's a different story.
Yeah, you got about a good hour to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're going to tough it out during the night or you're going to take your ass to sleep, which you should probably do.
Take your ass. Yeah.
But you were also talking about maybe jumping on Instagram, starting some problems with people.
Yeah, I'm
Start trolling.
I'm thinking about flexing on people.
Okay.
2019, I'm thinking about trolling people.
You got anybody in mind? Any beef you want to get cracking right
Man,
now?
any beef. I want all smoke. Any
All right.
beef.
No,
all
you
smoke.
do not.
Yeah, I do.
Nah.
Yeah,
Stop
why
trying to
not?
deny it. Whoever has smoke, bring it.
Yeah, for sure.
Chill.
Yeah, I'm like turning into a comedian now. So
You was always funny on the low.
yeah, so I'm trying to, like just kind of troll people and, post a little funny comments and things like that. I'm baiting people in,
See, here's
see
the
what
problem,
happens.
though, with Baron, right? The problem with Baron is Baron would actually punch people in the face back
No, I
in the day.
won't, dude. I won't. I got 2 kids.
Now, that's
Slap
now.
box. We
I
can
said
slap
back
box.
in the day. Back in the
Not
day, before the
anymore,
kid. So, but Baron would play pranks on people and fuck with people, but you would never actually know if this was leading to a problem or he was just fucking with you, and it's not fair.
Yeah, I don't know if that's funnier. I don't think that's funny.
I mean, that was just like my form of comedy back then, It was,
It's funny to you.
It's different.
it was like, like Karen bully comedy.
Yeah. Carrying bully comedy. I like it.
So tell us about your new project, your new show.
So it's called WTF BD. It's on Fuse. And basically, I wanted to create a show that kind of reflected my life and all the things that I was going through, kind of life after basketball, people asking for, sending me business plans, all kind of deals that come through. And then I connected with this young talented dude, B.A. He do all the, impersonations on Instagram. And I was like, yo, we should make a show that's kind of like based on my life, that's a Curb Your Enthusiasm, with you as, like kind of like my mentee. And so we went about the show, and, I think the show is funny. People keep telling me the show is funny. So, it's just like fun, day in a life situation, like kind of things that you've seen on Instagram that we replayed in real life. But when you watch it, you will think that they are my real friends and family and people that work for me, and that was the whole basis of the show.
So you're doing comedy, but you're acting too. This is scripted.
It's scripted.
This is scripted, like scripted and some improv. Most of my stuff is improv in it, because I just gotta like bounce off like, how the actor's playing in the scene. But, knowing that it's based on my life, it gives me an opportunity to just, kind of come in and, say some funny stuff every now and again.
How many episodes?
8 episodes.
How long?
13 minutes each.
Okay.
It's easy to digest. You watch one, you watch the second one. Next thing you know,
And are they
it's-
all
That's
up right
tight.
now online?
They are not.
Launched January 20th.
Yeah, it's January 20th.
And they're all coming at the same time or no?
No, they're coming in, I think, waves of 2s.
Okay, cool. So you get 2 at a time.
Yeah, 2 at a time.
Nice.
So, Baron,
they didn't send it to y'all? So y'all,
I have January
We don't
20th.
So y'all-
I have
y'all-
scripted
they
sitcom.
They
I
didn't
didn't
send you
They did.
nothing.
He didn't read the paperwork. That's the
Damn,
problem. It's in
that's
front of
jacked
him.
up. I thought I was a friend.
Exactly. You didn't
That's what I mean. Real friends do just
That's what
ask.
real friends do. Real
If I
friends
didn't
don't
know
watch
you-
your shit.
If I didn't know you, I would have. Oh, here we go. No, you know what? Retired 2-time NBA All-Star Baron Davis, and NBA impersonator and social media star Brandon Armstrong.
Yeah.
Take on an unorthodox mentorship program that
That's
often
right,
ends in hilarious disaster.
Y'all should have been on the show.
Shenanigans.
Y'all should have.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Y'all should
How
have
would we
been
have
on the
been on it
show.
without
You
you?
didn't
asking?
ask.
Wait,
No, I did.
who's on the
I
show?
did ask.
I saw that you have Flavor Flav on the
Wait,
show.
wait,
I got Flavor Flav.
He's not going to have you on the show. It's over.
No, season
Swaggy
2.
P.
See, Laura, stop hating.
Jerry Ferreira.
Yeah.
You a turtle on the show. You basically had
Turtle?
me on there.
Yeah, Jerry came through, man. Jerry, Flavor Flav, Swaggy P. Who else do we have? Melvin Gregg, who's a young upcoming, another social media star who's now like breaking into TV and film. So it's some cool people. You know, it's fun. It's funny. I hope it's funny. Shit, I don't know.
What is your you and Swaggy P have a real relationship though off the
Yeah,
court,
we from
though.
LA. You know,
Yeah.
we both from LA. You know, we all a part of this LA Unified movement, where it's athletes, artists, just people in LA coming together to do positive and good things.
I never even heard LA Unified Movement. I never heard of that. Is that like a public facing thing, or that's just y'all?
Yeah, it's just our clique.
Got
You
it.
know what I mean? It's just a clique. Dudes who made it, dudes who didn't make it, but still, we all kind of got the same heart, same integrity. So we just like collab with each other on, everybody got different clothing lines. So it's just a great way for us to have like a brand that we can collaborate through.
Do young artists, young players, basketball players, often reach out to you?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. Football players too. I've been doing a lot of, just kind of mentoring now that I'm out the league playing. A lot of guys reach out, talk about investments, talk about what they want to do in their second career. A lot of them talk about, like film and TV stuff that they want to do. And so for me, it's just, just kind of figuring out what they want and helping them as much as I can.
I don't know if this is out of school, but, Baron Davis put me on the Uber. Before Uber was a thing, Baron was like, yo, you want to make an investment right now? This app where it picks people up.
You were like the 90th person to be on Uber. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It was that early?
That early.
It was way early. Like,
Damn, you
nobody knew what it
slipped.
was. People was like, what is this? We was like,
He
yeah.
invested. I didn't have bread
No,
like
I
that.
didn't invest.
You didn't invest?
No.
You told me to
my God, you
invest.
both
I know, I
slipped.
told you. I said we should invest.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Uber.
Congratulations,
Oh, my
we
God.
played ourselves.
Smack
Yo,
in
and it
the
was a
face.
small number, too, we
Yo.
could have got in at.
Man,
I didn't have it.
Man, I kick myself every day about that. You
That
know
was
what I mean?
money you had in your ashtray. You could have thrown that in there.
Man, that's it. I mean, we was right there.
Damn. Yo, this whole time, I thought you was sitting on Uber bags.
Man, I wish I was. Shit. I wouldn't be here if I was sitting on Uber. I'll tell you that. I'd be like
Nah,
Mr.
you would.
Burns somewhere.
No, you would. You
No, I
would.
wouldn't.
You
I
would
go
still
by
be doing.
Springfield.
You wouldn't be still doing the film thing. That's always
Yeah.
been a passion of yours.
Yeah, I would definitely do that, I think.
So you would be here to promote it, yeah.
Nah, I'd probably
Oh
send
my
like a
God.
clone or somebody. Like, if I was sitting on Uber,
took
I
a
had to go
clone.
get me a stunt double. You know what I mean? Program him up. I'd be somewhere chilling. Remote control. I would not be here if I was sitting on Uber.
Of the
Come
peop-
on, would you be here if you were sitting on
I mean,
Uber?
it depends on that
Definitely
percentage.
not.
Right?
Hologram, right?
Are any of the people that reach out to you and look up to you any players on the Rams?
On the Rams, I don't really know too many players on the Rams right now.
Have you become a LA football fan?
Yeah, I'm a Raider. I'm a Raider.
Yeah, I know.
Raiders keep moving around.
That's right.
The Rams came to LA.
So what you gonna do?
I rock with the Rams. So my sons, the Rams are their favorite teams because they're LA team, and I rock with the Rams. So, but the Raiders always got, a place is in my heart.
When the Raiders stopped fucking it up,
No, I'm always gonna be a Raider, because Raiders just got that thug mentality. I've been a Raider fan since I was
the
a
Raiders
kid.
are the definition of when keeping it real goes wrong.
Facts.
All the way wrong.
All the way wrong.
All the time.
All the way wrong. We'll be back though.
Vegas is gonna look nice for us.
It will be nice.
You gonna make that trip?
Absolutely.
I'm-
I think
plan.
everybody gonna make the trip.
I plan to make it. If Colin Kaepernick stuff work out with the NFL, I might start watching again.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I have bad news for you about you watching.
It's not gonna
again.
work out.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
What does work
I
out
mean, yeah.
They write him a check?
Yeah.
Oh, if they write him a check, then
They
sure.
write him a check and basically acknowledging they fucked him over.
Oh, okay.
Low
Yeah,
key.
if that happens, you could be all right.
That's
Low
really my
key.
thing. Acknowledge that you fucked this dude over.
Yeah,
Because he
low
wasn't
key.
making it about the NFL. Wasn't about the national anthem. Wasn't about the NFL. Wasn't about none of that.
Right.
if that
they
could
should've
happen,
known.
there could come a time when they write him a check.
Do you like where the NBA is at right now? You're
I
one
do.
of those. I mean, if you was playing right now, you would be in your sweet spot. Obviously, Golden State. You put Golden State in the playoffs multiple times, but your style of play, fast break, 3-point shooting.
Nah, this would have been fun. I still think I can play in this era.
We know you do.
Everybody does. But
No, really, you though.
Nah, for real. I really
your
think
comeback talk is every year practically.
I know, and I'm approaching 40. You know
Do
what
it
I
one
mean?
more time. It's time.
And so everybody keeps saying like, do it one more time. But this era and this style kind of suits me. I like it. I think there's a lot of young guys that are multi-talented, and even though you have these super teams, you also have guys on these other teams in these smaller markets that are dope to watch.
Pacers are
right?
incredible to
When you
watch.
watch the Pacers, they're fun to watch. When you watch Sacramento Kings,
Yeah.
they fun to watch.
The Bucks.
The Bucks are super fun to watch, right? So you got all these young teams that's coming up in the league. Utah Jazz, they fun to watch. So even though you got like these superpowers and these super teams, you got a lot of these young guns that are hungry. And for me, it's like, like the league is starting to get back to like, it's a shootout, but the games are close, right? Because people are going hard. So, it's just a lot of talent. And, I don't think it's been this much talent in the league, ever.
You impressed with James Harden's current run? I call him Jim. You impressed with Jim Harden's run?
Always. James is like, I always say he's like a left-hand version of myself.
But worse, say it. Let's troll right now. You know you're nicer than James Harden.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You in your prime, James Harden in your prime.
I got to go with me, for
Thank
sure.
you.
Yeah.
You could have done this streak.
No, I don't score like that.
Well, no, you should say if you want to keep the beef going, you don't heist as much. I mean, you just wouldn't shoot as much.
Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? I think my beard tighter, you know what I mean? But James, he killing. It's like another LA kid, and, I just like his game because it's smooth, and we're having a debate at the house. It's like, is he one of the, the best dudes to ever score the basketball? Especially when you talk about being able to get to the free throw line the way he does is just something about like him being unstoppable. And the run that he's on is crazy,
It's
right?
nuts, man.
He had 57 the other night.
Right.
Yep.
What was that, last night?
2 nights ago.
Damn.
And he's here tonight. And
Brooklyn's a fun team to watch. Brooklyn's beating
Yeah, Brooklyn
at
coming
almost
up.
500.
Yeah, shout out to Kenny Addison. He was the assistant coach at the Knicks. He helped me come back from my injury when I did play for the Knicks. He's a good dude, great coach. And I think like for Brooklyn, they got a good dynamic, right? They're another young team, right, that you can't really sleep on. You ain't gonna roll into Brooklyn and think you're gonna get an easy victory because them dudes, D'Angelo Russell, some of them young boys, they can play.
The kid with the afro, what's his name?
Afro
Jared
Thunder.
Allen?
Yeah, Jared Allen.
Yeah.
Afro Thunder.
That's what they call him?
Remember from the boxing game?
Nah, what boxing?
You remember the boxing game, the dude at the Afro?
he was Afro Thunder?
Yeah.
That's sad.
I don't remember.
It was
That was a cool name.
back in the day. You mustn't play
It wasn't
video
Punch-Out,
games.
was it?
It wasn't Punch Out. It was after Punch Out. What was that game? It was like on Neo Geo. Ready
Yeah, I
to
didn't
Rumble.
play that. I
Yeah.
didn't play that. Anything after Mike Tyson's punch out was trash. Just keep it on it.
Now Ready to Rumble was solid.
Nah, you know this dude.
Ebro, some people think that Ebro thinks any hip hop that came after Mike Tyson's Punch Out's trash.
It is. It is. Good point.
That was the line. True.
That was the line.
Ebro got gray and red hair in his beard.
True.
Listen, man.
He's a mix of
Mom's
all.
was a redhead. You know what I'm saying? Living life out here. You see me. Speaking of living life, having 2 sons. Talk about that dad life and how that's changed you.
Oh man, the dad life, that's crazy. One, it's a blessing. I think that for somebody, for me, it's like when I became a man, right? To have the responsibility and, just to feel something that I kind of like always, as a man, always like look for, right? I ain't have my daddy. So having these 2 kids is kind of like every day I'm learning something, and I'm learning a lot about myself by watching them, because they're very similar to, myself, and I'm starting to realize that, things that I do,
We
they
need to
do
correct
too.
some
You know what I
things,
mean?
fellas.
Yeah. My 3-year-old, like, he'll sit there and he'll ice me, dog. He'll sit there and I'm talking to him, and he won't respond, and he'll ice me, like ice cold, like I'm not in the room. And so that's what I do to people. You know what I mean? Like people can be talking to me and I just ignore them, completely, or ignore 5 people. I can like zone out. And so it's like things like that. It's like, damn, dude, I hope this kid don't grow up like me,
Giving you a
Oh, he
taste
will.
of your own.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
You know
he
that's how it works.
completely ignores me, like completely. Like you get in his face, he's just like, you ain't even there. You might as well be a ghost. It's sick, dude. This kid's sick, dude.
You gonna want that smoke. That's what's he gonna want that smoke.
No, he
with you.
want all the smoke. He want to squab every time. You almost got to, like, antagonize him to fight. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Are both of them, do they mirror your personality?
Yeah, one is like kind of like the fun, happy side.
Yeah.
And then the other one is like the South Central side. You know what I mean? He's like an East Side baby. You know what I mean? He want to lay up, put his hand in his diaper, watch TV, drink a bottle. Yeah. He throw the bottle, walk downstairs, go get something to eat, play, sock me, go back upstairs. He cold.
I give you credit, man. I remember we talked about your project Black Santa a couple years ago.
Yes.
And you was like, yo, I'm doing this project Black Santa, and my response was, Santa ain't black. Santa's white, Jesus is black. And he was like, nah, you was like, shut up, man. We need representation, man, for the kids.
We do.
And I was like, all right, fine. But over the years, you've been doing it now 2-3 years?
Yeah, this is coming up on year 3.
Like, you really see kids glow. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter how we want to slice it, we're inundated with the reality of Christmas, no matter what your practices are.
Don't matter.
Religious, whatever.
Right.
And people, no matter their religious background, love Christmas.
Yeah.
Trees are amazing.
Yeah.
Santa's everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? And have you really seen traction with Black Santa for you?
Huge traction, I would say. In year 1, it was Baron Davis and Black Santa. Are you Black Santa?
Right.
Year 2 was like, yo, this is cool. Thank you for doing this. And then year 3, it was just popping up all over the place. So, for me, I just thought about we need heroes, man. And a lot of times, like, we fight. So we always trying to fight the big fight, right? The pie in the sky fight, instead of like figuring out, small little ingredients we can throw in a gumbo pot, right, to kind of nurture our kids. And also just help us, like, figure out that, if we see the beauty in ourselves, as Black people, then everybody else will see the beauty in us, right, and the celebration in us. And then from that, we can start teaching our kids. So if it start with Black Santa, but then it also, wind up, showing, kids as judges, little Latinas as princesses, right, and having their own princess stories that's natural and real to them. And so with Black Santa, it was, why not? Christmas needs some new flavor, right, and Christmas needs to, or the holidays really needs to have kind of like somebody that they can zero in on and people can have a feeling, you know what I mean? Because now it's really about just buying shit, or fighting shit, fighting about something. We need to bring it back to like what this world is about and what we need to do as a people. And so that's why, we came up with Black Santa and like the whole giving has no season and bless someone, because all that extends throughout the year, right? And it's just it's a peer-to-peer, person-to-person thing, and it's a feeling.
And so for anybody out there, I know each year you come around, there's hoodies and there's different things. You take that money and then you buy stuff for a lot of people.
Yeah, so we do a lot.
But do you guys accept donations too?
No, we don't accept donations.
I didn't think so.
No, you just buy the gear, buy the swag, and the content. For me, it was looking at Walt Disney, who's one of my favorite people, and saying, like, why can't I build, one star with a character and then develop that character into animation and a movie and things like that, but continue to build that out. So, Black Santa is the first of many characters and stories. We'll be releasing a lot of books this year, a lot of different merchandise, coloring books, things like that, and content. So we just really want to just extend kind of like how we nurture this young audience,
What the fuck, Baron Davis, but it's WTFBD.
Yeah, like Black Santa and WTFBD don't kind of like marry up against each other.
No, it's a different thing. It's comedy. It's separate.
Yeah.
It's for the adults. It's for the adults.
Yeah.
It's for the adults. That's for the kids.
And BD, by the way, is Baron Davis, but also B. Dot, no? Or is it just Baron Davis?
Yeah, only you would say that.
Well, it's Brandon Armstrong. It means that he's your co-star of the show.
His last name Armstrong.
But it says right here.
But that's his IG handle.
B. Dot.
Be that, a dot.
You're not
Oh,
letting
it
me
could
get
be.
Yeah, that's
No,
Yeah, it
I
is.
think it's Baron Davis.
We're gonna leave it to
Hey,
Baron.
bro. Hey, bro, don't try to steal my thunder. I just got on. Damn. Wait till
He's a kid. He's
wait
got
till I
time.
get to Kevin Hart status and then crack that
Yeah,
joke.
that's right.
You know, these people be like, damn, it is his show.
Yo, drops January 20th. It's on Fuse. Baron Davis, love you, bro, man. Salute.
Thank you, bro.
Yo, give it up
Appreciate
one time. Baron Davis, check him out on Fuse. Jan 20.